Hey, good morning, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. We're ready to get out there in faith this weekend. So, listen, this week, I've been really looking at Jesus while he's on the cross and the words that he was saying and some of the things that he said while he was on the cross. Sorry about that. While he was on the cross. And so I'm going to kind of wrap it up today, but I've just been kind of thinking about all of the people who were around the cross. Out of the disciples, only one of the disciples was there, and that was John. John was extremely loyal, and John had a very strong relationship with Jesus. In fact, in the Gospel of John, John is referred to as the one who Jesus loved. So he obviously had a very strong bond with Christ. He was very loyal, and he was just going to stay there, and he was just going to stay there no matter what happened. The rest of the disciples, well, obviously Judas left because he was guilty. I mean, he felt the guilt, he felt the shame. He had sold Jesus out for 30 pieces of silver. He knew that what was happening was his fault, and his guilt would not allow him to be there and to watch what was happening to Jesus. The other disciples, they were just afraid, to be quite honest with you. They were next. They knew that they were next, thought that they were next, and just believed that by showing up that everybody would say, oh, those are his followers right there, and they would grab them and that they would be the next. They were very uncertain. They were afraid. They didn't know it was going to cost them. It was going to cost them. They didn't want to be singled out. And so there they were. So listen, I think these represent people in our church. And as I go through these, I mean, you recognize where you are. There are some people who are loyal to the Lord. There are some people like John who just have a loyalty, and they're going to walk with God, and they're going to walk through thick and thin. Quite frankly, as a pastor, that's what I appreciate about the older generation. And I'm not excluding the younger generation, but one of the things that I appreciate so much about the older generation in our churches is their loyalty and their faithfulness. And they're going to be there no matter what day it is, no matter what season it is, no matter how good the weather is. They're going to be there, and when you have an event, they're going to show up and they're going to support. And I just appreciate that. There are other people who look at the cross and they're uncertain about what it's going to cost them, and they're afraid of what it's going to cost them. And they won't show up. They're like the rest of the disciples. You don't know what is going to happen. You don't know what God may ask of you. It may cost you some friends. It may cost you some good times. It may cost you some things that you like to do. It may cost you a job. You don't know. You don't want to be singled out. You don't want to take the chance. And so you're unwilling to come to the cross. You're unwilling to come to Christ. Some of you, like Judas, let your guilt keep you away. You know that you're a sinner. You know that you failed God, and you just let it keep you away. I'm going to tell you something. Everyone is welcome to the cross. Everyone is invited to the cross. Everyone. Jesus said, if I be lifted up, I will draw all men to me. The whole purpose for Christ to die on that cross was so that all men would be drawn to him. I don't know where you are today, but wherever you find yourself, if you're not there, make sure that you come to the cross and that you come to the Christ who is taking away your sin on that cross. Now get out there and faith the weekend. God bless you. Love you. Bye.